Does your child struggle to know when they need to use the bathroom, or when they're hungry, or when they're thirsty, and it's impacting their ability to get through their day? We're going to talk about why. Welcome back to the Harkla YouTube channel. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Rachel. We are the in-house occupational therapy assistants here at Harkla, and we are excited to share this topic with you. But first, make sure that you like this video, make sure you're subscribed to our channel, and don't forget to click the bell button so you never miss another video.
All right, let's talk about interoception, what it is, what interoceptive dysfunction looks like, and how you can help your child. Interoception really helps us understand how we're doing from moment to moment. Are we hungry or thirsty? Is it time to use the bathroom? Is it hot or cold? Do we need to turn the AC up? Do we need to shed a layer of clothes because we're starting to sweat? And it also has a direct impact on emotional intelligence, being able to regulate your emotions as well as understand emotions in other people.
This is a big one for safety because you think about our sensory kiddos who are going too hard. They're not knowing when to take a break from playing outside in the sun. They're overheated, they're dehydrated, they are hangry. They are not recognizing those internal body cues and what they mean and what they need to do with them. So they're often waiting till the last minute to eat, drink, or go to the bathroom, or they are completely, ignoring them or over aware of what's happening. They're overly sensitive. They are afraid of overeating because they've thrown up one time and they don't want that to happen again. They go to the bathroom too frequently because they feel like they need to go. So on both sides of the spectrum there, we see interoceptive challenges affecting their daily life.
Yeah, and when a child is struggling with those areas, that has a direct impact on their ability to feel calm and safe in their body. So then we see those children being dysregulated, having big fight or flight reactions to small problems, or on the opposite end, avoiding everything in their environment because it's all just too much.
Exactly. These are the kids who are getting extremely upset because they've waited too long to eat. Maybe their blood sugar gets low. They're getting extremely hangry, extremely tired, overly tired, and they're having those really big reactions like Jessica mentioned because they're not able to tune in to what their body is saying. Hey, we're uncomfortable. Hey, we're tired. Hey, we're a little hungry. We should take a quick break. I need a snack.
So the impact on getting through the day successfully, this is going to have a huge impact on going to the bathroom, being able to use the bathroom in different environments, knowing when to use the bathroom. Like Rachel mentioned, there's the other side where a child might go too often as well. The communication piece here can also be challenging for a child to communicate to their adult, hey, I need to use the bathroom, but I don't know where it is, causes them to have an accident, that kind of thing.
And with recognizing hunger cues, this is a big one too because oftentimes kids will wait too long to eat or they'll overeat without realizing that they are actually full. I remember this happened a lot with my brother growing up. He would eat too much to the point where he would throw up, and he would also just not think about eating, and that's why he would eat so much that he would throw up because he wasn't thinking about eating. I'm like, eating is the first thing that I think about from the minute that I wake up. When's my next meal? When's my next snack? Let me pack all the snacks before we go. So
just in case.
Being able to recognize that and think about eating enough, eating the right amount, listening to the body, that's a really big safety factor that we want to keep in mind.
Another one that can have a huge impact on daily success is being able to dress for the weather. Oftentimes a child who struggles with interoception won't be able to identify if their body is too hot or too cold, which impacts their ability to wear warm clothing during the winter or cooler clothing during the summer. This can also be a safety issue. So teaching a child how to appropriately modulate that type of input is important.
We also see a connection, especially with our older kiddos, with hygiene, recognizing when they need to take a shower or take a bath or wash their clothes or shave or clean their ears, put deodorant on, brush their teeth.
Now, the first thing we highly recommend is if you are a parent watching this and you think that your child fits right into everything we've been talking about, checking all the boxes, we highly recommend getting an in-person OT evaluation. Occupational therapy services are a great tool to use, a great resource if possible. So talk to your pediatrician and ask for an OT referral to get an evaluation to see if in-person therapy can be helpful.
And visuals. Visuals are going to be really critical to help establish time frames, those schedules, routines, especially for those kiddos where it doesn't come natural to think about when their next meal is, or when they need to get dressed, or when they need to brush their teeth, when they're not cueing in and feeling those fuzzy bunnies or feeling those, the growling in their stomach. They need a visual to keep track and help them keep on that timeline of the, routine that ebbs and flows on a daily basis.
Yes, visuals are huge. Another really great tool that we highly recommend are emotional intelligence programs. One of my favorites, I use it all the time in the clinic with my clients, is the zones of regulation. I actually have been working with a new client recently. This client is 5 years old, so still really young, and we've been working on using the zones of regulation to identify emotions in different situations. So this is a really important tool to start understanding how the child's body feels, how different activities and situations cause those different feelings, and then we work on identifying tools and strategies to help in the moment.
And then movement, vestibular and interoceptive. Those two systems communicate directly. So if we are struggling with interoceptive processing, we want to try and target more movement-based vestibular activities that allow the child to swing, to spin, to go upside down, and get more movement in order to increase their interoceptive awareness.
The next one is to incorporate more mindfulness tools, mindfulness strategies. Things like yoga is a really great tool to incorporate more mindfulness practices into the routine. The goal with mindfulness is to just really become aware of your body, of your thoughts, and identifying different body signals or cues that tell us how our body is doing in the moment. There's a lot of different great programs out there that you can learn more about, a lot that are tailored towards the child to teach the child and provide the child specific mindfulness tools. We will link a couple of our favorites in the description below.
Another resource we have to share with you in regards to interoceptive awareness and processing is Kelly Mahler. She is a pioneer in the interoceptive world. She has amazing resources. We'll put her website below, but she talks a lot about body scans and kind of walking you through what a body scan looks like, bringing awareness to what's happening inside your body. Just a really great strategy, and she has so many more. She has courses as well. Like I said, we'll link everything in the description for you to learn more.
The next tool is something that you can incorporate into the daily routine during the sensory play activities, sensory diet routines, and that is vibration. There's a couple of different ways that you can do this. Highly recommend all of them if you really want. The first one would be a Z-Vibe. This is from Arc Therapeutic, and it's actually an oral motor vibration tool that so many kids love, and it really helps to bring awareness to the oral structures, but really because it provides that vibration, it really just improves that overall body awareness. The next one would be like a handheld massager. Homedics has the little handheld ones, and this one I like to give the kids and let them use it the way that they want on their arms and their hands and their legs, and that can be a really, really great tool to help them just feel where their arms, their legs, their back is. Some kids even like to put it on their face. I let them do it if they want, if they're being safe with it. And then the other one is going to be a vibration plate. This has become very popular recently. I've seen it in a lot of different places, but this is really great because if you stand on a vibration plate and you get off after a couple of minutes, you can feel your whole body.
Places you didn't know existed. They were wiggling.
So vibration is really just such a great tool to use as part of the daily routine to help improve that body awareness, which in turn helps with interoceptive processing.
We also really love sensory calm down corners. We've talked about these all the time. We have a separate video. We'll share that as well in the description below. But those sensory calm down corners are great for when a child is struggling to regulate their emotions, they're having a big reaction, and they need just a safe place to feel those feelings, right? Where they're not hurting anyone, they're not hurting themselves. The sensory input is less, it's a dark place, it's a tent, it's a corner, it's a closet. It's a safe place where they have some of their favorite regulation strategies, and you've already worked through this and taught them how to use the sensory corner when they're calm and regulated, not in this state of dysregulation, because they're not going to process, they're not going to listen to you, they're not going to be able to make those rational decisions. They're not in their thinking brain right now. So make sure that you teach a lot of these concepts when the child is calm and regulated. And then you can pull these out when you need them.
Now, if you have questions, if you have a situation that you're struggling with related to interoception, leave us a comment, let us know. Also, let us know if this video was helpful. We love hearing from you. What strategies are working, what's not working, let us know.
Yes, make sure you listen to our podcast as well. All Things Sensory by Harkla. It's on all major podcast platforms as well as its own YouTube channel.
Make sure you're following us on Instagram. We're at Harkla_family as well as at All Things Sensory Podcast.
Yep, and we appreciate you being here. We hope you learned something new, and we cannot wait to see you next week for another video.
Okay, bye.